よいよ聞いてくれよピカラップが始まるよピカイチ夏だぜピカチュウだぜ仲間がいっぱいピカチュウだぜボールの中にゃ収まらねえ乗っていこうぜ肩の上ポケモン界のおしゃれ番長センスもピカッと絶好調この服いいだろ生かすだろみんなお揃いラブピース触るな危険だマイホッペHey
everyone, welcome to Nintendo Unleashed episode 123, 123, Switch.
We can count.
123 Switch.
Yeah,
anyways.
That's the equal to 1-2 Switch, obviously.
Yeah. The spiritual successor. There you go. Anyway.
This one's an action brawler. It's no longer a party game.
Yeah, sure. All right. My name is Armando. I have Noah with me this week.
Ciao.
And Connor.
Hola, senorita.
Call us ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Called us ladies. Wow. Okay.
Bro.
Yeah. Have you guys been?
I've been good. It's too hot, though.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's raining like a madman over here.
It's been raining a lot over here. So.
It's not raining here. It's too hot.
We'll send you some in a bucket.
Thanks.
Just get some water.
I don't think we're having water problems here, though.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I've been all right too, dude. This week has been finals week for me for the summer semester. It's been kind of stressing, honestly. Last night was horrible, but you can go on Twitter for more details. But hey, I woke up to some great news. Persona 5 and Persona 3 are getting dancing games, and they're coming on Vita. And I think all of you guys should know because the Vita is great. So, yeah, welcome to Nintendo Unleashed,
where we open by promoting the Vita.
Yes. This is Blazekick's Nintendo podcast, where we talk about all things Nintendo and Vita and Persona.
Yep.
This week, we're actually going to talk about Persona, like for real.
And it's actually relevant.
Yeah, and it's relevant.
Not going to be off topic for once.
Yeah, exactly. And it's relevant. Then, are we going to talk about Spaltoon? Sure, we'll talk about Spaltoon. And some Amiibo. And I don't know, we have a lot of, some great topics. Maybe. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, let's start off with what we've been playing this past week. Let's start off with Connor this time.
Oh. So, I haven't played very much Say Skylines. I played a little bit and played a little bit of Steins Gate Zero. And I also, for some reason, decided to play Pokemon Soul Silver. So
why?
Best one.
I don't know. I was just like, I want to play Pokemon Soul Silver. And then I played. I'm almost at the 7th gym.
It's the best game in the series. I'm telling you.
Oh, I also played Love Live and Magikarp Jump.
Still playing Magikarp Jump.
Yes, that's the greatest game. In fact, I'm going to play it right now. I think my Magikarp might be hungry.
Yeah, go feed him.
Here, I'll turn the volume on so you guys can hear it.
Oh, thank you. Live gameplay.
Thank you.
Oh, good boy.
We can hear it.
Oh, that's a good Magikarp.
This is a great Let's Play, audio Let's Play.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, welcome to my Let's Play of Magikarp Jump.
Is that a thing? We should pioneer that genre, audio Let's Play.
Oh yeah, with some great commentary. Just us laughing over it.
Yeah, and you can hear the game loud.
Oh man, if only you guys could see this. It's so funny.
I would listen to it. On my way to work, on my way to school.
Yeah.
During my commute.
Because I know people listen to episodes of Game Grumps just in the background, so we should pioneer audio only. Anyway, this is a brilliant idea for another day.
What about you, Noah?
So I've been playing, of course, Splatoon 2 since I was at the beach for a week. There was Wi-Fi, but it was very bad, so I just continued with the single player. And I'm almost done. I'm almost at the final boss. My goal is to beat every level with every weapon and fully upgrade every weapon. It's going to take a while, but I'm going to do it. I already fully upgraded. I already unlocked all the bombs and fully upgraded the hero splatter shot and fully upgraded my ink tank. So now I just have to upgrade the other 8 weapons. And I like it. I think it's very well suited. I mean, the levels actually kind of get tough. Like, I just played this one where you're on a grind rail. And, you know, like, there's these grind rails now. And there are these ink jets that sort of come out, and you have to, like, jump and duck under them at certain times. It's actually kind of difficult. I actually got a game over on it. I've gotten 2 game overs in this whole campaign now. So I've been playing that. On PS4, I've been playing The Last of Us. I'm more than halfway through. I'm about halfway through Winter, and there's only 1 season after that. I'm going to play Last of Us Left Behind right when I'm finished. I played a little bit of it, but I set up Until Dawn for my sister and her friend, and they played through all of that. And I basically, there's like 10 chapters. I basically just played the last one while they watched because they were too scared. But I didn't get to watch all of it, but I got to watch some. I already kind of know what happens and all that, but I'll still probably play it on my own time at some point. But I thought it was fun because my sister usually doesn't really play console games, but the fact that she played a full-length one is pretty cool, I think. Now I want to have her play more story-based games. I'll probably have her play Life is Strange next just because I already have that on my PS4.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully she can do Walking Dead Season 1 eventually. I feel like that's a good one too.
Yeah.
What other Telltale games would you guys recommend for her? She's in 9th grade.
Borderlands.
Borderlands. For someone who's never played Borderlands,
I would still recommend it.
You would still recommend it? Okay.
Yeah, like I've played Borderlands, but I've only played them. I've never finished them, so okay. I don't have any attachment to the characters, and only really one character from previous games appears.
Okay, is it Handsome Jack or Claptrap?
Yeah, okay. Well, 2 then, but
okay,
but still.
Okay.
Like I don't really know a lot about Handsome Jack from the first 2 games.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, okay.
And I got to know more about him.
Is the Wolf Among Us is pretty great too, right? I think.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
I don't know if that one's on PS4 though.
Try the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Good to know. So I'll definitely be picking up more of those for her to play, and I'll hopefully check them out as well. And additionally, I started Superhot. I've already seen a lot of gameplay for it online, so I only played levels that I was already familiar with. But it's a good port. I mean, I'll definitely play through the whole thing. It's, you know, from the moment I first saw gameplay of the game, I'm like, oh my god, I need to play this, and now I finally own it. So I'm happy about that. If I could play one game in PSVR, it would be this one.
Superhot?
Yeah. Because they did release a PSVR version, but obviously I don't have the headset. I don't plan on buying one anytime soon.
It's only $400.
That's insane. It's not worth it.
It's more than a PS4.
Yeah, I got mine for $250. I got my PS4. Like, I'm not. That's.
Hey, but you can play Res Infinite in VR.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But then you have to buy this game. Like once PSVR. Okay, yeah, okay, that would be I know. There's a lot of games I would play, but $400 is not worth it. I would buy it for $200. I don't think it's. I think it should come down to that. I probably don't think it's selling very well because there's not really a lot of software for it.
True.
Anyway, yeah, that's been it for me. Armz?
Cool. I've been playing Spaltoon a lot. Actually, that's the only game I've been playing.
Which modes mostly?
Single player. I've been playing. Since I reached level. I'm on like level 11. Okay. So I've been playing ranked now.
Mm-hmm. Which modes do you like the most? Have you got to do all of them yet?
Yeah, I got to do all of them. I still like Rainmaker. I like how they modified it now.
Yeah, the weapon is different now.
Yeah,
now
now it's just like a grenade, right? Shoots like a grenade.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
I really like that.
I like that more than like the thing they did previously, where it was like it shot like a wall of ink. I like.
I like this one a lot more. Mm-hmm. I still hate tower control.
I love tower control.
Splat Zones is okay. I don't really like tower control.
Splat Zones, I think I don't know. Splat Zones is my least favorite. What I like about tower control, to me, it's so satisfying. Like your buddies are riding a tower, and you can just go ahead, forge a path, kill any enemies in the way, and just like swim back to the tower. Like to me, it's just such a satisfying mode.
Well, I don't like this version of tower control.
Like with the checkpoints, you mean?
Yeah, with the checkpoints. Yeah. I like it. I like playing it like if you're doing 1-on-1 though.
Huh?
Have you tried it?
I don't think tower control is a great 1-on-1, but
it actually is.
I mean, I've tried it. Maybe I tried it with the first. I've tried it with the first game. Maybe
like if you want to do 1-on-1, like it would be tower control.
That's probably the best mode for it. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of like doing another mode like Rainmaker, because that's gonna slow you down.
Right.
And then I mean,
Splat Zones, it's kind of hard to cover.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
cool.
It's kind of like one-sided. Yeah, I've been playing that a lot. Just Splatoon. Trying to think of another one. No, that's pretty much it, really. Just Splatoon. Playing a lot of online. I haven't tried Salmon Run yet. I want to do it, but I haven't had time.
Are you free tonight?
Yeah, I should be.
We should play.
Is it going on tonight?
If you end up being free, we should play.
Yeah. Is it? Because I know it appears over time, right?
Oh yeah, I should make sure it's available before I offer you to play.
Exactly. So
great feature.
Yeah, that's about it. Just Splatoon.
Cool. Anyway, as I'm checking this Splatoon thing, I'll go through the Nintendo download for this week. It's actually pretty jam-packed. So first up, we have the Namco Museum, which is a $30. I don't know if it's retail and download or just download. I know it's $30. Some cool things I've seen from this release. Well, I've seen some cool things and some not so cool things. First, I don't know if you guys have seen the like terms and conditions you have to scroll through when you open the game. It's like insanely long. It's one of those where you have to like scroll to the bottom before you hit A to continue.
Right.
But there is some cool stuff. You can play in like vertical mode, either on the Switch itself or on your TV. And apparently, if you have the Kid Icarus 3DS stand, that's a good way to prop it just the tablet up vertically. Additionally, it has Pac-Man Versus, which, if you guys remember, that was a GameCube game that was asymmetrical and used the Game Boy Advance link cables, where 3 people played as the ghosts and had a smaller view of the maze, and 1 person played as Pac-Man and had like the full maze. Mm-hmm. So for the person playing as Pac-Man, it's basically just a normal game of Pac-Man, but for the ghosts, you're actually controlling the ghosts.
So it's like the Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, it's more like the Toad. It's more like Mario Chase.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, it's basically the game that inspired Mario Chase. So if you have already played Mario Chase, you've basically already played this game. I mean, obviously, it's sort of different in that you have your more rigid Pac-Man layout. If you happen to be a huge Pac-Man Versus nerd, and maybe you've always wanted to try this but never got the chance, maybe this is a good way. And what's actually cool is you don't need multiple systems to do wireless. There's a free download version, which you can download, the people who don't have the game. So you just need 1 copy of the game, and then you can do wirelessly, which is pretty cool. I think it just uses 2 switches, so all 3 ghosts are on 1 screen and Pac-Man is on the other. So that's kind of cool. Overcooked Special Edition features all the game's DLC, HD Rumble, and a subpar frame rate. Despite that, it's a pretty great game that I've enjoyed greatly with my sister and some friends. I'm probably going to wait to play more until they patch the frame rate because it's pretty bad. They've said they're going to, and I sure hope they do. It's on sale if you have PS Plus for like $7. So if they don't patch the frame rate, I'll just contemplate getting that version just so I can have the better version, even though this one has the DLC. Great game, though. Ultra Hyperball. It's a party game experience with retro-style visuals. Super Sidekicks, again, Neo Geo, and Cubics Paint. It kind of sounds like Picross. I'm not entirely sure. That's a $5 release, so pretty cheap. 3DS retail, 2 pretty big releases, Hey Pikmin and Miitopia, are both out for $40. I haven't tried the demos. They both have mixed reviews, but demos are available for both. So, maybe check it out. Something cool I've seen from Hey Pikmin is there's like an amiibo dictionary, or not dictionary, like encyclopedia, where there's like funny descriptions for all of them. You know, in the Pikmin series, they describe objects from Earth like from an outsider's point of view. It's like the same thing with these amiibo, so it's kind of cute. But you know, you can probably just read those online if you're really interested. On 3DS eShop, Kid Trip is a auto-scrolling 2D platformer. I played it on iOS. It's pretty great. It's $4, so if you like auto-scrollers, check that out. And a couple Wii U Virtual Console games as well, all on TurboGrafx 16. Anyway, that's it for this week. Pick of the week. I'm probably just going to have to go with Overcooked. I would give it to Namco Museum, I think, if it was cheaper. I think $30 is a bit steep for what it's offering. What I will say is Overcooked, if you have a group of experienced gamers who are willing to play with you locally, it's a really fantastic game. The division of labor that you have to do is so fun. Like, okay, you know, I'll chop the onions, I'll pass you the onions, you'll put them in the pot, and then I'll come around and take the bowl and serve it, and then I'll clean the dishes. There's a lot to manage. It's really fun. The levels are the maps are very diverse, so it doesn't really get stale. Like there's one level where you're cooking fish and chips on an iceberg, so it's like slippery. So it's really well done, if you'll pardon the pun. And yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot. So like, just, you know, be wary about the frame rate. If you're really a stickler for frame rate, maybe just get it on PS4, Xbox One. But if that doesn't bother you, or PC for that matter, PC version has a higher frame rate. But if you don't really care about that, or you really want the portability, definitely great deal. And again, it comes with all the DLC, so pretty good release.
Cool. Yeah. Hey. So we missed last week. We didn't do an episode last week, so we didn't do the releases.
Oh, okay, I'll go through that real quick.
Yeah. Remember, I just want to highlight 2 games because I think we talked about them. Miitopia and Pikmin. Hey, Pikmin.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard anything about them? Want to play them? I'm just interested in your thoughts about them.
Connor, you liked the demo for Miitopia, right?
Yeah, the demo is actually really long for Miitopia. It took me like an hour and a half, for maybe even 2 hours to get through it. It has Tomodachi Life's humor, but doesn't seem to get stale as quickly.
And it seems to actually have gameplay.
Yeah, it's an RPG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
what about
really basic one, but still an RPG?
And it's like what's the other Mii game on 3DS?
Miitomo.
No. Tomodachi. Yeah, is it like that? So you make your characters based on the Miis that you have on your 3DS?
Yeah, I think you can also scan QR codes either from Tomodachi Life or Miitomo. Too many Mii games. And I think you can scan just general QR codes from online as well. But yeah, or you could just pick a random Mii from your 3DS. Like I did that, and Iwata ended up being my main villain.
Oh, wow. No, and what about Hey Pikmin?
I played the demo, and it was boring. Like, I don't really like Pikmin games, and I know this is a spin-off, but I found it way more boring than the main.
But it's a platformer, isn't it?
Yeah. But it also has the same like collection elements where you have to like, you know, a certain number of Pikmin. I mean,
it's really slow.
Yeah, and I think it's also a lot more linear, due to it being, you know, a 2D platformer.
Okay. Yeah,
I've heard mixed things. Like if you're a diehard Pikmin fan, you should try the demo.
Okay. See, I didn't even know there was a demo. Not even for Miitopia. I actually bought them. I have both of them because of I don't know if you guys remember Prime Day. Like Amazon had like Amazon
$5 or something.
Yeah, they had a glitch on it, and I scooped them. They arrived last week, but I still haven't played them. I kind of want to try out Miitopia.
Dude, if you don't want Hey Pikmin, I'll buy that off you for like $10. I don't know what you bought it for.
I paid $12. I didn't get the sweet deal of $6.
Oh damn! All right, I might pay you like $20. If you
I'm
want.
down. I'm down.
All right.
Free shipping.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I'm never gonna play it. I'm just interested in Miitopia for sure.
Cool.
But yeah, I'll probably try it out over the weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the Nintendo download for both weeks, basically. So we're going to talk a little bit about Amiibo. Of course, we used to talk a lot more about Amiibo. It doesn't really happen as much anymore.
What are those?
Now there's been a little bit of a negative reaction to the Amiibo use in Metroid Samus Returns. So there's this thing called Fusion Mode, which I believe is like a hard mode.
Yeah.
There's also like a jukebox and like art galleries, and a lot of this stuff is only unlocked using Amiibo. So yeah, I mean, people aren't too happy about it. A lot of people have posed like, I mean, and myself included, I agree with this. I think it would be fine if you could also unlock them through normal play, but it like took a long time. But the fact that they're only available through Amiibo. See, what they did with Star Fox Zero, it had a great solution where like the Falco Amiibo unlocked like this hard mode, but you could unlock it in the game. It was just difficult. But this is just outright removing that option. So yeah, it's. I mean, do you guys think this has like? Can you guys defend this at all? I can't.
Maybe the jukebox, but because that's somewhat similar to stuff they've done in the past with cosmetics. Like, what's the jukebox do? Is it just like listening to music, or can you like alter the music playing while you're playing the game?
I think it's just listening.
So yeah, that's like pretty similar to stuff they've done before with like just giving you a costume or whatever. I mean, that's music this time, but like, how often are you gonna want to listen to music through the 3DS when you can just listen to rips on your PC?
No, that's a good point.
Whereas the hard mode, I'm a little less on, because like that should not be a chart paid for feature. Yeah. Like in Zelda Breath of the Wild, the game was already like not like at the start it's kind of difficult, but like it's not super easy, and I doubt this one's super easy too. But it still feels like it shouldn't be. Like, it's probably just going to be the typical hard route of enemies do more damage, or there's more enemies, or you do less damage, or combination. Whereas Breath of the Wild actually altered stuff, like gave the floating platform things, and it altered where
it actually, like,
weapons are.
The world and stuff. So
yeah, so Breath of the Wild at least alters the gameplay a lot more. So it feels worth paying, I guess. I don't think I would pay for it.
Like, and also the fact that it comes with other stuff, like it's not just that.
Yeah. Whereas do both of them unlock it, or do you? Oh,
okay.
Wait,
there's also the Smash Metroid Amiibo, Samus and Zero Suit. They do stuff as well. So I think it's like one does the jukebox, one does the art gallery, one does fusion mode, and one does like something. I'm not positive which is which, but
that's annoying. But yeah, they should not have locked hard mode between an Amiibo or behind an Amiibo.
Yeah. Now I wouldn't be as annoyed if they were widely available. I would still be annoyed, but less so. But the fact that like A, you have to buy them, and B, they might be difficult to find, it feels very unfair to consumers.
Wait, which one has a hard mode again?
Which Amiibo?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna read this article.
Because I mean, I would imagine if anything would be the new one, right? One of the newer ones.
Probably.
I would hope
so. Samus Amiibo, like the new one,
it's the squishy.
Gives you an extra energy tank. The squishy Metroid will reveal the location of any Metroid on your map, and after completing the game, will unlock fusion mode. The Smash Bros. Samus will unlock a missile tank, as well as after completing the game give you some concept art, and Zero Suit Samus will give you another energy tank, and after completing the room, let you listen to Samus Returns soundtrack.
Okay.
Never mind. Ignore that.
That's fine. So with the squishy Amiibo, I think it's stupid that you can only do the difficulty after you beat the game. It's like if you're buying it, you should be able to just do it from the start. Also, so it's apparently a harder difficulty, but you also use Samus's outfit from Metroid Fusion, which has like the blue color scheme, like blue, pink, and yellow or whatever. I think if there was like a design of that amiibo, or if there was an amiibo of that design, like I would be more okay with it. But again, it's just like a random Metroid. It's within the context of the game, and that makes it feel more cash grabby.
Mm-hmm.
So my main hope for this is that people are like, I don't think it's good, but I hope it doesn't seal this game's fate. If it's not a good remake, then it's not a good remake. I just hope that this is a factor that people can. I don't know if look past is the right word, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, it would just be so unfortunate if this is what dragged the game down.
Yeah.
You know, like it would be unfortunate if Amiibo was what killed this series. Of all the things.
I think if Nintendo is gonna kill the series, they'd be more looking at Prime 4 sales than this.
Sorry, you cut off a bit.
I think if Nintendo is thinking of killing off Metroid, they'd be more worried about Prime 4 sales than Metroid 2 remake.
That's probably a good point. Yeah, I mean, Prime 4. Yeah, that's probably a good point. I'm probably overthinking it, but regardless, game comes out in September, right? So,
I think so.
Hold on, let me see if I can get the specific date. September 15th. So, obviously, we're going to kind of have to wait and see how this affects sales or anything like that. I doubt it'll affect sales much, honestly.
Maybe it'll kill any chance of a future 2D Metroid if it doesn't do well, but it's not like we were getting those a lot.
Right. Yeah. The last one we got, I think, was Zero Mission, which was also a remake.
So the last one before that was Fusion.
Yeah. Which was only the third one?
Yeah.
Or the fourth.
The fourth, yeah. Super Metroid.
Yeah. So there have only been 4 original 2D Metroids. Games. The series is like 30 years old, right?
I guess there's technically Other M is 2D as well.
I guess you're 2.5-ish. No, that's a good point. So anyway, that's Metroid. Anyway, Persona. I'll let Armz carry this one.
Okay, so Persona Q2 got announced for the 3DS, and okay, so the first game was a spinoff that basically it's an Etrian Odyssey game with Persona characters from Persona 3 and 4. Now this one's gonna do the same thing but with Persona 5 characters. So I'm not sure where this is gonna take place during the Persona 5 timeline, but I'm pretty excited for it just because it's Persona 5 on 3DS. Although I would have preferred on Switch, but yeah. Hey, at least we're gonna have Persona.
Yeah, still no Persona for Switch. I would hope it would at least get the dancing one, but I guess not.
Nah, those dancing ones are gonna be PlayStation exclusive as well. Yeah, and like don't expect Persona on any other console except PlayStation. Just don't. Not just because like right now Shin Megami Tensei games are kind of mainly on Nintendo consoles, but Persona is just Sony. It's just gonna be Sony's. Yeah, but yeah, if you like Persona Q, then this is definitely really exciting. If you like Persona 5 and want something more out of Persona 5, and you have a 3DS, this is great. Like I have Persona Q. I played it. I've never beat it. It's different because again, it's just basically a train Odyssey game, a dungeon crawler. But it's pretty fun as well. So yeah, Persona Q2 with Persona 5 characters coming out.
I hope it comes out in Q2.
Quarter. Probably.
And speaking of Q2, we don't have a release window yet, right? Or do we?
Just 2018.
2018. Okay, cool.
It better come out Q2.
It has to.
Yeah,
then they can write some great headlines or something.
If they don't make it out in time, then they better just delay it a full year, just so it can come out.
Just to hit the next Q2. Yeah.
Wait, so what would be Q2 for Nintendo?
I think Nintendo's fiscal years are start in April, right? Quarter 1 starts April.
I think so.
So it'll be like
quarter
summer,
2
right?
be, summer.
Okay. All right. I mean, that kind of would make sense.
About a year from now.
Yeah. So, and then just like Atlas also like revealed those dancing all night games that we were talking about. Those are spring 2018, both of them. Apparently, I really doubt they're gonna keep that date, but according to Atlas, both of them are gonna come out in spring.
2 dancing games come out at the same time.
I mean, it's possible they've been in development for a while, right? So.
Oh yeah, for sure. They used they're using the same engine that they used for Persona 4 Dancing All Night,
and obviously, I mean,
which was the engine that they used for Catherine, which was
that's weird.
What?
They used the Catherine engine for that dancing game.
Yeah, to make the models for the Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and then they modified that engine to do Persona 5.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's your tidbit for Atlas Persona. Yeah. If you have any more questions, let me know. Armz on Twitter.
At Armz. Yep.
Yes.
Anyway, we've got a little bit of a discussion topic here. So something myself and Connor were kind of wondering about. So there are a number of Nintendo franchises which sort of span different demographics, and so we're wondering, when will everyone want to Switch? Now, when we say everyone, we don't mean everyone. You have to understand.
We're talking about anyone who would ever have a chance of buying one. We're not talking about like diehard Sony, Xbox, or PC fans,
right? Like
anything else.
Yeah, like someone who has at least like a 1% chance of their mind in getting one, like someone who would consider it. Like, what would push them over the edge? And so we're gonna sort of talk about what those games are and why do they appeal to a wide audience. I know I made a few suggestions on Twitter the other day. I don't have them up, but a few of the ones I mentioned. So of course there's the Pokemon RPG. That one's kind of self-explanatory. Pokemon games sell systems. Just look at X and Y on the 3DS. The 3DS was already Sun and Moon, yeah, like even late in the 3DS's life cycle. Of course, they did wonders for the DS as well. It's hard to say the extent to which, or at least, I mean, I don't know this much history, but I don't know how much they accounted for the massive success of the DS. But certainly the DS did some big numbers, and the 3DS is doing fairly well for itself as well.
It also helped the original Game Boy. But Pokemon was kind of in a lull for Gen 3, so it's hard to say how much they would have helped the Game Boy Advance.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, Pokemon is a big one. Now, this is one we already know is coming. They've already announced that they're going. They announced at E3 they're developing a core Pokemon RPG for Switch. It remains to be seen. Well, what we do know, so Sun and Moon is Gen 7, right? So this will most likely be the start of Gen 8.
Yeah.
Probably 2 versions, probably set in a new region, probably releasing, I'm guessing early 2019. I think like February 2019 would be smart. Because didn't Black and White and Black and White 2 come out in like February and March, respectively?
I think March.
Black and White 2 were June in Japan, and then the following October here.
Oh wow, that much later.
Yeah. I just remember that because they came out the Friday before Thanksgiving weekend in Canada.
Oh, okay. So yeah, kind of hard to pin down a release date. In terms of like timing though, like we know, I mean, we're getting another 3DS Pokemon game this holiday, but obviously the Switch one is probably already underway in development, and probably has been for a bit now. At least I can assume so.
I think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are going to be the last 3DS, core 3DS Pokemon games. Because, unless they want to make another sequel or something, all they can really do is remakes. And unless it was Fire Red and Leaf Green remakes, then remaking Diamond and Pearl doesn't make a lot of sense because Diamond and Pearl are already playable on the 3DS. And there hasn't been any Pokemon game on a console, or any Pokemon remakes on a console when that's still playable, I guess, aside from Red and Blue. But Red and Blue, even back when Fire Red and Leaf Green came out, were so outdated, and the save batteries were dying and stuff. So that
I
was
think
a point.
now the one weird thing that could happen. So if we see, well, I guess let's talk about the potential for remakes of Pokemon on Switch. So I think the two likely candidates, either Red and Blue or Gen 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Gen
now,
4.
Likely, but with Red and Blue, like again, they've really been tapping into this nostalgia of those early games with both Pokemon Go and the 3DS Virtual Console releases.
And then the movie.
Wise for them to continue with that.
And then the movie.
The movie. And
which is gonna come out in theaters here. You should.
I forgot to write that down.
Oh, there you go.
And Alola form Pokemon only being Kanto.
Yeah, so I mean, clearly there is still an audience that is very much loving on the Gen 1.
Gen 1ers.
Now, the question that sort of remains is, these games have already been remade, right? Does that matter?
Well, Fire Red and Leaf Green are now older than Diamond and Pearl.
True. Well, so they're gonna keep running to that issue all the time then.
Yeah. So now are they going to?
And actually, the next question I was going to ask. So were Fire Red and Leaf Green the first Pokemon games on Game Boy Advance?
No, Ruby Sapphire.
Ruby Sapphire, then
Fire Red, Leaf Green, then Emerald.
Why am I? Okay. So they've never started a generation with remakes. That's another important distinction. So that's why I think these first games might not be. Because it seems like there's.
If they did, looking at how Game Freak is, then we'd know all the Pokemon from the upcoming generation before we can even catch them, because Game Freak doesn't patch in stuff. Like, you can't get any of the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Megas in X and Y.
Yeah.
So unless they were going to make the remake like basically incompatible with the next game and incompatible with Gen 7, making it like it Gen 7.5, then they just have all the Gen 8 Pokemon in the game's data, and it would be data mined, and it would be kind of funny watching Game Freak screw up that bad.
True. With all that in mind, a remake doesn't seem like it will be the first RPG, which I think for most people is fine. I think it feels like we're definitely due for a Diamond and Pearl remake, but maybe we don't get it until 2020. Feels weird to be talking out that far, but
Diamond and Pearl are 10 years old.
Yeah, already. And Hoenn was 10 years old when the actually no, it was like 12 years old when the remakes came out, right? Because those came out in 2015.
Yeah, 2003 was Ruby and Sapphire's release.
Yeah, so we'll probably have to wait a little bit for Diamond and Pearl, but they'll come. So Pokemon, that's one. And we agree on Pokemon being a big convincer, it sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, Pokemon's going to sell regardless, so.
Yeah. Now, and I mean, obviously it's going to sell games, but the question is selling systems, right? Do you think it's going to sell?
It will.
Systems? Okay.
Oh, yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, I think Animal Crossing is huge.
That also sold 3DSs.
Yes, exactly. Now, what was interesting, Animal Crossing New Leaf, at least it seems to me, that was the first time an Animal Crossing game really sold systems in a big way. Obviously, it might have happened to some extent on previous platforms, but the series really was reinvigorated with the 3DS version.
I think the DS version was pretty popular. But
and the Wii, maybe not so much. But, the Wii was already huge. So.
Yeah, all I remember, I wasn't too big into gaming, like paying attention to gaming stuff back then, but all I really remember were like diehard Animal Crossing fans talking about it. Whereas New Leaf, I saw a lot of people. This is my first Animal Crossing game.
No, that's a good point. And so with those new fans on board, obviously Nintendo tried to sort of keep them in the loop until spin-offs in 2015 or whatever year that was. We all saw how well that went for them. So I think if they return, obviously it needs to be a core title, right? Not looking for a spin-off. So a core new title especially if it releases around summertime, I think would be huge. I don't know if summer 2018 is unreasonable. I think that would be brilliant, though. I think that would be a great way to continue momentum through next year.
With Animal Crossing?
Yeah, Animal Crossing.
Okay. Yeah.
So Animal Crossing, I think best time would be summer 2018. Even though we haven't heard anything yet. Maybe we'll get a direct. Well, okay, I'm thinking. Let's talk ahead. We get an Animal Crossing direct later this year. We have to because there's a mobile game coming out. We haven't even seen a screenshot of it, right? So what they do in this direct is they announce that mobile game. They say it's coming out in a couple weeks. They show off. I don't know what else they could show off. I mean, like they start with the mobile game and then they dive right into Animal Crossing Switch, right? Because this thing's got to be cooking. They've got to know that Animal Crossing has that selling power. So hopefully it gets revealed in maybe a couple months. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Just a thought.
Okay. By the way, when is that Animal Crossing game supposed to come out? This year,
This
right?
year. That's all we know. Yep. I'm guessing it gets late next year because we haven't heard anything. But then again, with Fire Emblem, it was like shown 2 weeks before release, so it's possible.
Oh yeah, I forgot Fire Emblem was one of those games that were supposed to come out. I forgot about Fire Emblem.
Rep.
Oh, you mean
for the mobile?
Mobile, yeah.
Version. Okay, so what about Fire Emblem Switch?
Well, yeah, so we know that's coming, right?
We'll get Cell Systems.
Did Awakening sell systems? I think a lot of people.
Awakening didn't.
I don't think it did. I don't think Fates did either. I think what those games did is regenerated interest in the series rather than
than selling.
I think it was people that already had 3DSs and they're like, "Hey, I should try this game out." Everyone's talking about it.
That was mostly that.
Yeah.
I think there's a similar thing with Xenoblade. I don't think it's gonna sell.
Oh, no way. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be, hey, a lot of people like this, and I don't want to buy a Wii U or a new 3DS for the first one, and they're pretty detached, at least. From
the stories are entirely separate.
Yeah,
from 1 and 2.
Might as well just get Xenoblade 2, but I don't think anyone's gonna buy a Switch for it unless they're die-hard Xenoblade fans.
Yeah, which certainly there are some people out there, but not a large number of them. Not enough to help the Switch succeed, really. So the next one I was had a list. So okay, Smash Bros. Just competitive scene.
Yeah.
Really, that's it. Nobody's gonna buy Switch just for this game who's a casual player. At least I don't. I mean, I shouldn't say nobody. Not a lot of people, but certainly for the this is an essential title for the esports audience,
and also for the hardcore Nintendo fans.
That too.
But at that point, the hardcore will already have a Switch if they can.
So by the time Mario, I think with Mario and Zelda, hardcore Nintendo fans are like, okay, we're in. Most of them anyway. But this is what we're talking about though, because there's some who are super hardcore when they like certain series. So that's 3 things, right? We have Pokemon, Animal Crossing, and Smash. I have to go back to my tweet though, because I listed 1 or 2 more and I can't remember.
You also said Metroid Prime 4 and I think Monster Hunter.
Let me go back. Hold on. Scroll. Wait. Okay, I have it. Okay, Mario Odyssey. Yeah, duh. I mean, look at the reception for that game from E3. It was like game of the show and all that. And yeah, you're right. I said Prime 4. Now, while this may seem like an unconventional pick, on the internet, I see a surprising amount of nostalgia for the Prime games from people who I don't consider to be Nintendo fans. People who are saying, "Oh, I grew up with this game. This game was so cool."
Really?
And I just
I see
that. I haven't seen that.
I think a lot of people had a GameCube and then fell off. You know, a lot of people had a GameCube and then everyone bought a Wii, then they fell off, right?
Okay, that.
Those GameCube owners who you could say were older or more mature or just had an interest in these shooters pick this up because they're like, "Oh, Nintendo made a shooter," even though it's not really a shooter. And they really got roped in because the game was amazing. And so I think that could bring some people back. Not as many as Pokemon, obviously, but I think this would do good for like the PS4 audience, say. Like I feel like a good number of them probably experienced a Prime game in their childhood. Not all of them. Again, not as many as Pokemon, but
when what was that game from Concept that's Xbox?
Oh yeah, Recall. Recore.
Yeah, they like advertise that from the creators of Metroid
it's
Prime.
Metroid Prime, exactly. So that they know that's a selling point. I mean, they wouldn't include that if it wasn't. So that's it. Now
Maybe they were just everyone's asking for a Metroid game, so just put, "Hey guys, it's from the creators of Metroid." Good enough, right?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that's all I had listed on the tweet. Now, what else do you guys think?
Monster Hunter in Japan, at least.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, oh yeah. Now we know that's coming in the form of Double Cross. I don't know when that's releasing. This year. It's releasing this year, though, right? I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another one.
I don't remember. Probably
Dragon Quest. Yeah. Dragon Quest is good.
Is there a? I think it's a port of the PS4 and 3DS one though.
Well, yeah. So we know there's a version. Well, we know there's a few games coming. So Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 already launched, but that doesn't count. Not a main series RPG. We know 10 is coming, at least to Japan, and 11's weird because like it was like one of the first Switch games announced, but then they're like, just kidding. But then they're like, oh, just kidding. It actually is. But we haven't heard anything about it since, and the game is already out on 3DS and PS4 in Japan. Some are suspecting, and well, first of all, we know Dragon Quest 11 is coming to the West. We just don't know which version. I think once we get so we're getting a formal announcement of the game for the West this fall. You know, where they'll say like more details on which systems. I think this fall we'll hear if a Switch version is coming. I think even for, let's say it's a port of the PS4 version, I think that's more likely. I think that could do a good job roping people in because that's a big game, and having that on a handheld would be very enticing. And Japan loves Monster Hunter, especially if they do a special edition with blue slime Joy-Cons.
I've got this app recently. It will become relevant, where like you talk to people from around the world in different languages, and native speakers of that language correct your grammar. Mm-hmm. So I'm in the Japanese and English community, obviously, to learn Japanese. And the Japanese people are constantly posting, just bought the new Dragon Quest, and like with a screenshot of.
Hey, you should send me that name of the app. I would like to join the Spanish community.
It's called Hello Talk.
Okay, nice.
I'm saving that right now, also.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, those are big for Japan. Now, talking about the West, there are a few things. So one, sports titles.
I don't know if they'll sell consoles.
No, they won't sell consoles. They won't.
Because I don't think people really care if they play it on a PS4 or a Switch.
Oh no, I agree with that, but I think it's one of those things that's there to sweeten the deal. Like, for instance, Armando would talk about like, parents coming in saying, "Does this system have Minecraft?" It's like that. Like it's not something a gamer's going to go out of their way and say, "Whoa, this says NBA," Like, it's there to sweeten the deal. Now, here's what I think will sell systems, and I'm still optimistic about. Everyone's saying it's not going to happen, but there's still a little bit of hope in my heart.
Skyrim.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing. Hear me out.
It's still selling like.
Yes.
How long did it come out ago?
It came out in 2013, right?
I think so. And it's still like in the top charts.
It's on top 10 every month. Every month. Obviously, the PS4 versions. Yeah, it came out in 2013, September. It's ridiculous. Like, the thing is, it has Wii Sports power, all right? I mean, clearly it's selling PS4s and Xbox Ones. Now, here's the thing, though. The game released originally on PS3 and 360, right? Obviously, the framework is going to have to be based on that version because the Switch is not as powerful as the PS4. But I think that's going to be fine. People are just going to want this game in handheld mode. That would be huge. I'm very confident in that. It's the same deal with Skyrim. A big open world game, and just having it on your mobile device is like magical. Like, it's the same thing.
Okay. I mean, I agree with you. Like, it would be like great to have it on Switch. It would sell a lot, but do you really think it'll come to Switch?
Yes. I'm confident because look at, what are they called? Rockstar? Rockstar has competition.
Yeah, Rockstar.
Rockstar. Hold on.
Yeah, Rockstar.
Okay, article.
Yeah,
Rockstar to selectively support Nintendo Switch. Now, does Rockstar put out any? Hold on, I have to look at their library because I don't know what they put out aside from their open world games. Like I know they do Bully, Red Dead.
It's mostly
We know Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2 is not coming.
Yeah.
There have been rumors of like an LA Noire port. I don't think that would do very well at all.
Didn't the first game flop? Or
I think
original flop?
Yeah, I think so. So Red Dead's not coming. I don't think is there a new Bully coming?
I don't think so. They could port it. Original.
There was a rumor about Bully too, but nothing happened.
Yeah, and I think
there's a rumor about it being ported to Wii U as well, but I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah. Yes, I think Bully recently came out on like iOS.
Okay, if you want, if I could see any Rockstar game coming to Switch, it would be Bully and not.
Oh, dude.
Bully's awesome, man. Have you played Bully?
No, I never played it, but I want to. I've seen great things.
Yeah.
Just GTA 5 is too good to not happen. It's too perfect.
Yeah, but
what?
I really doubt it'll come to Switch though. I maybe if they see how Skyrim performs.
Okay. Okay, no, that I can see. If they look at how well Skyrim does for Bethesda and say, maybe this type of game could do well here. And I think it will. I think it'll do well if it's a good port.
Yeah, maybe, but Bethesda also is waiting for that. Maybe they'll port Fallout. Yeah, exactly.
Personally, I want to see Doom, but it's not going to happen. Just because, well, actually, and I don't know if Fallout 4 will happen because that didn't release on last gen, right?
It was just next gen.
Yes, current.
Yeah.
Well, they would really have to downgrade Fallout. I mean, they could put Fallout Shelter on there.
Yes, please.
Honestly, though, it would be a good fit for the touchscreen.
Or you know what they could put? They could
Pokemon Go.
No. They could put the Pip-Boy app for Fallout. It would work. Connect to your PS4 or Xbox One.
Yeah, a $300
Pip-Boy.
Yeah. So yeah, you make a good point with Skyrim. So Skyrim footage recently came out. It looks like it runs smoothly. Good. Clearly, there was a lot of interest for Skyrim when the reveal trailer first hit for the Switch, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Assuming those people are still interested when it comes out in a few months, they're going to buy this version. Hopefully enough of them where Rockstar looks at it and says, we should put GTA on here, and voila. So that's how you hook the Western audience, in my opinion. Sports and Grand Theft Auto. And Minecraft, which is already on there.
And Call of Duty.
Called violent games.
Yes.
Action games.
I know this would not be something most people want, but something I would like is a lot of visual novels. Because,
yes.
Yeah, I bought Steins Gate Zero on my Vita because sometimes I like laying down to read. But then I think sometimes I would I wish it had like cross-buy or something, so because I want to play it on a bigger screen. I could just do that with the Switch.
Yep, no cross-buy needed.
Yeah. Visual novels, actually, that would really work well on Switch. I'm trying to think of another. Well, are you guys excited for that Senran Kagura game?
Oh, whoa. We haven't even talked about that. Why is that not a topic? Okay, let's talk about this briefly. So first, there's a pinball game. Pretty normal stuff.
Normal?
Well, except for the fact where it says like you can feel the HD rumble, the ball bouncing off body parts. Who knows how they're gonna do that? But there's another game. I think it's a massaging game. I think that's the thing about it. And you just massage these girls, and you can feel the HD. For those of you who remember, there was a Japanese Nintendo Direct a few months back where we saw this very interesting promotional video from this guy who makes these games, and they were I don't know if I feel comfortable describing this, but they were testing some unique uses of the HD Rumble to fit this game series, and now this has finally come to fruition with a title that's sure to be a hit. It's sure to sell that protective visor screen thing we've seen for portable mode. But I don't really know if you would want to play this game in portable mode, just because you need to have your hands free for the Joy-Cons. Regardless, though, this is probably one game that's not going to come to the West. Hey, it might. I would be surprised.
I think there's
the
been
Switch is
some.
region free. So
No, that's true. That is true.
yeah, the 3DS games came out to the West.
They did, but this game is like
I
different.
think is
Well,
it Xseed that does it here?
yeah, it's Xseed.
I don't think they really have anything against sexual stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, NOA might not let it. I don't know.
I feel like they would be the only roadblock, Like if NOA is fine with it, then it's fine. So it's just a matter of that, I guess. And
Maybe NOA will force them to like make it digital only.
Hey, that's fine.
Or maybe I think Xseed has their own store, so maybe they can sell physical copies
exclusively for
there.
their store. Yeah, that could be cool. It would be cool to see. It'd certainly make some fans happy.
I mean, I doubt these games have a lot of plot, so you can just buy the Japanese version if it doesn't.
No, absolutely. Anyway, so that's I think that's a pretty good wrap up for that topic. Certainly, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out with future announcements. Fingers crossed for Animal Crossing announcement later this year. Let's wait and see, though.
Mm.
Anyway, our poll for last week,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, rather.
Did you buy Splatoon 2? And got 30 votes. 57% said yes. 13% are planning on it. I don't know if they've bought it or not yet, though. 17% say no, and 13% own a Switch or don't own a Switch.
Yay!
And this week's poll, ketchup versus mayo. And because it's kind of late, I'm going to do a special and put it up on Saturday. So during the Splatfest.
Also, I just want to point something out. I just saw Grand Theft Auto maker Take-Two raises revenue forecast. Wonder why. That's all.
VR? It could be VR.
No, not a VR. God, Switch, baby.
They're making a GTA movie.
Or a movie, yeah.
Oh no, man, dude. They know how much that portable version is going to sell. They're ready.
What else does Take-Two even? Do they? Is it them that publishes BioShock?
Oh,
Or
no,
is it
it's
someone
2K.
else? 2K, right? Sorry, I get Take-Two and 2K mixed up.
Oh, BioShock Switch. Oh my god, please.
Oh, that would be amazing. But that would not be. It's just, dude. What if they put that trilogy on Switch, right?
Oh yes. I love Infinite. Oh, I love to play on Switch. I want to play Infinite now. You know what would sell consoles though? And then something's never gonna happen. I know we moved off topic, but I just want to mention this.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Persona.
Oh yeah, true. Dude, Persona 5 portable. I know it's not happening, but
I mean, it might have on Vita, but not on.
no, I know. But I'm saying if it happened on Switch.
Oh yeah, if it happened on Switch, dude, that thing would fly off the shelves even more.
I don't know if Vita could do P5 portable because it's a PS3 game, minimum.
Yeah, it wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it would. Switch. I think the Switch could run it.
Oh, Switch could run it. Switch can run PS3 games easy. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
also, I just want to point out, in this same massage game, you can hold your waifu's hands with a motion control.
Yes.
I think you saw that.
Hey, imagine Fire Emblem.
Oh, but yeah, increase. Everyone
it's
was
gonna be censored.
Everyone was so salty that they took out petting, but they can make it up to them by adding hand holding.
That seems like you're such a loser. You're holding a virtual girl's hands and they added HD rumble so it feels like real hands.
Hey, imagine Nintendo VR with HD rumble.
Oh my god.
Ultimate experience.
And that'd be perfect because it would be everything for. You could just buy the Switch VR headset for $100, slap it onto your existing Switch unit, and it's cheap.
And then the first game they release is a me dating sim.
Oh my god.
Tomodachi Life dating.
They're gonna have to update they're gonna have to update the body shapes a little bit.
You guys are quite rude. You guys hear that song?
Yeah, I sure do. We should probably wrap it up. Be sure to check us out on VidMe and our YouTube channel. You can subscribe. You can like this video. And be sure to share it on Twitter or wherever you like to share videos.
Share the podcast.
Yes, indeed. Share the podcast from iTunes and subscribe on iTunes and Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave a rating. And, of course, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Dashy007.
I'm 331.
I'm at ArmzMXZ.
And BlazeKick is at BlazeKickTweet, and you can follow the podcast at Nin Unleashed. I can't remember the last time I've tweeted on there. I sorely apologize. And, of course, check out the site, blazekick.com, for all things BlazeKick, including this show.
And only this show.
Yeah.
Hey, I post sometimes. Actually, did I even post anything? I might have posted something that should have been plugged.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna post though?
No, the last thing I posted went up before last episode. Rip.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, and I guess just so you know, guys, if you're gonna go be if you're in Dallas, we're gonna be in Dallas for Anime Fest. BlazeKick is gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, dude. I got press passes.
Dude, are you gonna order a BlazeKick shirt? You should.
It's not gonna get here in time, honestly.
When does it happen?
It's in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be rough. Well, you can make a little sticker or something.
Yeah. Yeah, a sticker.
Or those little "Hi, my name is" things. You can just write "Hi, my name is BlazeKick."
Well,
Get a shirt that says 20 BlazeKick it.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
yeah.
our slogan.
So I'll probably I'll take my camera and record something over there. Yeah.
Interview a cosplayer or something.
Yeah, so I guess.
Find as many Persona 5. Try to find the entire cast of Persona 5.
Oh yes.
With all of them. Also Marina.
Together?
Yes.
Oh, Marina. Yeah, Marina.
Just find random cosplayers and interview them.
Sure.
That'd actually be hype.
Sure.
And try to interview them so they're in character.
Oh yeah, I will.
For the Persona 5 people, you could be like, what do you truly think about other character? You could have the drama scoops. Anyway, are we still recording?
Yes, we're recording.
Goodbye.
Bye.
ようよう聞いてくださいミミッキュのラップだよピカチュウじゃないよミミッキュだよ寂しがり屋なミミッキュだよお日様ちょっと怖い真っ暗なとこが好きなんだ